Hey y'all.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Okay. Let me fix my camera. I'm on my phone, so I may be a little cricket. I don't know. I just wanted to come and share a moment that I had tonight with you all. This is real candid. I did not plan on making the video, but this is on my heart to say. So I said, let me talk to y'all. All right, so I'm back on the dating scene, and it's been crazy, y'all. I've been going on a couple of dates, and I just met this really cool guy. It's new, so I'm not gonna speak too much on him, but I'm a little bit up on the ladder in age. I'm not 30 yet though, so we ain't gonna go that high. But it's cool though if you are. So I'm trying to like start taking dating a little bit more serious and dating with intent instead of just like fun and random and everything. So this guy that I just started talking to, we went out and we were talking in general, and it was just like, oh, what do you want? What is your long-term goals and everything like that? So I was talking to mine, and then he started talking about his, and of course it was like marriage, family, kids, and all that. So while he's talking, I completely like blacked out as soon as he said kids, because I'm just like, okay, dang. So I have this little, I don't know, I guess you can call it like a guilt factor when it comes to that, because it's like I want to tell anyone that I'm dating, first date almost, that, well, my struggle with infertility or, kids may be a little hard, or kids may not be in my future, or if they are, the process of what I have to go through to have children. And I don't know, I just feel like first dates are so not the time to be talking about anything personal. So I wanted to kind of like talk about anything too deep like that. Like, I don't want to disclose to you, like, and I barely even know you. I don't even know if like we gonna be together for a long time. I don't know none of that. All I know is we having a good time right now, tonight, on this date. So it's like, So I have been in the past like just wondering, when is the right time to really tell somebody, not only about like MRKH, but infertility, all of that, if you like them, or if you feel like, this could be going somewhere. Like I said, the first date is never a good time for me, but I have heard success stories with women telling their man on the first night, and this is the same dude that they end up marrying. And I'm just like, you know what? Maybe it is because they being completely honest and like just bearing it all out. I personally cannot do that because I don't know. So I just started thinking of like some on the ride home tonight, after I like wimped out without telling him. But I don't really call it wimping out, because I mean, if I wasn't ready, I wasn't ready, and that's okay. If you're not ready to talk about it or disclose it, please make it your personal choice of when you are ready to tell it. So on the ride home, I was just thinking about like, why don't I feel comfortable, or what is my biggest fear with disclosing? And I had a couple of things, so I just wanted to share them. So one of my biggest fear is that I get rejected by someone that I really like. And in rejected, I mean like they just feel like total disgust, or they just feel like, I thought, this would work and it's not gonna work. So because you can't have kids, or even, okay, so let me break it down. My biggest fear with telling someone about MRKH is feeling as though I'm rejected as a woman. Like, oh, well, you know, what is, and having to explain it, because it's like, it's cool having to explain to someone who kind of asked you, but when you disclosing to someone and they didn't really ask you for the information, and you're just like, well, you know, I have a condition and it's called, you know, all of this, and then you go into it, I think at the moment they may be like, oh, okay, but then they go home and research it, and the verbiage online can really throw people off. Because I've even had friends come back to me and say, well, you know, online they said this and online they said that. And of course they weren't trying to be malicious or anything. They were just like asking me general questions because they went and researched it. So I also went and researched online, and it's things like hermaphrodite that come up. It's things like no vagina, no. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like that's not me at all. So I don't want like anyone to think that. And that's like one of my biggest fears, is like if I tell a guy about MRKH and then next thing you know, he's like, okay, and then he go research it, and then like through research, he just feels as though like he questions my womanhood. I don't really know how I would react to that. And that's why I'm like, I don't know. I'm so scared. And then I think my biggest fear with telling a guy about infertility is like, if we get too deep into it, it will probably be like the same thing. Just I don't know. I think rejection is like my biggest fear. And I know this doesn't make sense, because any guy that doesn't accept me for me and my flaws, I don't want anyways. So it's like, it's such a double standard, because I don't want a guy like that. Like, that's like kind of weeding out, but at the same time, that shit is gonna hurt. Like, it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna make me question myself again. It's gonna make insecurities come back up. And then it's just like, are you ready to deal with all of that? Because I don't think I am. And I think I've gotten to a good place in my life to where my flaws don't really bother me anymore. I kind of deal with them as they, like, you know, as they come. Like if I have a bad day and I have to dilate, or if I have a bad day with dilation, I deal with that. If my back hurts from my scoliosis pain, I deal with that as it comes. But like, if it's not an issue, it's not an issue. So I don't know. But okay, so this is another thing. I feel like I don't know exactly when to tell a guy, and it's like I feel guilty if we continue to talk for like months and I haven't said anything. And then I feel like, well, damn, it's too late to say something now, because he's already told me his whole life plans. And that's how I was feeling tonight. I was like, bro, this man just told me he want kids, he want a family. And it's not like I can't do any of that. I can provide all that. But it's extra steps to it. It's like a different process. And I mean, I don't know if everybody is willing to go on that journey. And I feel like you should tell somebody early and give them the option, instead of, I guess, making them like you, or even taking the risk of them falling in love with you. Because I don't ever want someone to feel pressured into taking a journey with me because they feel like they like me enough or they love me enough, but yet that's not the goal that they wanted for their life. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. I probably am. I be overthinking. I don't know. So that's just where my mind was at tonight, coming from this date. And I was just like, let me hop on and record, try to get my thoughts together. So I don't know. Y'all tell me below in the comments what y'all think. How long is too long to wait to tell somebody? And then also, let me see. Also, how do you all disclose to people? Partners, not regular people, partners. Like people you want to talk to, people you're interested in. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. All right, y'all. Bye. Thank y'all for your help.
Hold up.